So I think I'm going to start my update here with this fish. This Geophagus has gotten big, and it's really been a very nice fish to have. I'm probably going to keep it for a while longer. And honestly, it's eating very well, it's doing well, and it hasn't been as aggressive today. Otherwise, it's been mean, but today, I noticed the red severum is fighting back, eating well, and trying its best. And here we go, you see it right here. If these two fish can somewhat get along, in other words, if the severum can heal, and the Geophagus doesn't kill it, and it ends up being almost like a 50-50 tank, where neither fish can really kill the other and both are kind of surviving and doing well, especially if the Geophagus keeps on growing, I might just keep this duo together. I mean, if I can end up growing out both of these cichlids, it would be way better than just having this Geophagus get big and this fish just dying off or having to be given away. I mean, both fish ate decently today. The Geophagus, of course, got more food, but the severum was putting up quite a fight. So my hope is that both fish can somewhat coexist, that the severum can stick to this little corner down here and kind of survive, at least for a little while longer, because I want to see this Geophagus get just a little bit bigger, because it's already decent sized. I mean, when it comes close to the glass, maybe you'll get a better. It's not going to come close enough now, but this fish is pretty good size. It's still smaller than the severum overall, and it's staying about 4 or 5 inches back in the tank almost all the time now. Even then, you're not getting an accurate view. Anyway, this fish has gotten pretty big, and it still has quite a bit of room to grow. On top of what it's already done, it's maybe a little over halfway grown to its max size, so I'm excited to see what this fish can turn into. I mean, look at the colors. It's gotten that nice blue-green side. This fish is turning up nicely, so I'm hoping that it keeps on growing and stays as a focus of this tank for now. However, should the severum die, I would simply give the fish away and try something else with this tank. But if the severum lives, then I'm going to keep both fish around. However, I might keep the Geophagus around to see how big it gets no matter what. I kind of want to see what this fish turns into. As for the severum though, if it can grow a little bit, if it can survive and fight enough to grow, that's nice too. I mean, look here. It's kind of keeping its corner clear. Alright, anyway, with this tank, it's pretty much just a waiting game. I'm going to keep on feeding, trying to get food to both fish, and waiting it out. Now I'm going to walk over to the saltwater tank, take a quick look over there. So the wrasse is still alive. The algae is still present, but it's not really as bad as it once was. The pumps actually just got cleaned, and they're already clogged with algae again though, because I've been pulling some algae off this little zone right here on that top rock, and I pulled a little bit off right over here. Now, I've seen the peppermint shrimp still around, so I know I still have a few of those. I've seen blue-legged hermits, so I know I have a few of those. And I still have this fish. So my goal is to see what consistently pulling algae and cleaning the pumps and water changes could do. So I still have not done a water change yet recently, but I cleaned the pumps a few times, and even though I keep on putting them close to the rock, and algae keeps on getting blown off and it ends up coming back around to the pump. I guess I'll have to clean them again soon, maybe even tomorrow. I'll keep on cleaning out the rocks, pulling algae. And if that ends up keeping the algae levels low, if I can figure out how to keep it from growing too much, I might just be able to turn the lights back up and try a few other things with this tank. Obviously I can't add in more fish with as long as this fish is still in here, but I should be able to try maybe some corals in the sand, because that never worked out with the goby. Maybe a coral up in the rocks, because that didn't work out when I had the angelfish. I guess if I'm doing water changes more often, maybe I keep the salinity stable enough that I won't have what happened the first time with corals. I mean, I did have that dunking growing a little bit before it got buried multiple times by a diamond goby. But overall, I think this tank could fairly easily be improved. Especially since I noticed I still have the peppermint shrimp around and I still have the crabs. So I'm going to walk back to the freshwater tank. So I'm just going to end this update with the look of this fish. I would like it to turn around though first. There we go. Alright, so that's it for this update. I guess I will see everyone on the next one.